Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Ironheart figure, part of the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave. And this is one of the better figures they've released recently. There's a lot of new stuff. In fact, it's all new stuff except for maybe the repulsor blast. And they did a really good job on it. There's a really nice sculpt and a lot of other things. But if I keep telling you how good it is now, you won't watch the review. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands just about 15.5 centimeters, which makes it pretty close to, well, just over 6 inches, about 6 1/8 inches. So that's close enough to scale. I guess realistically it's not, because she'd be 6 feet tall, but this Marvel Legends 112 scale line is definitely oversized, so it's close enough. It'll do. It'll be okay. Okay, before we get into the review though, let's do a quick question of the day. Other than Classic Iron Man and Classic War Machine, what is your favorite Iron Man character? Iron Man suited character? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so let's talk about the aesthetics on this thing. The gold paint is really nice. As usual, Hasbro did a really good job. It's most notable right here. They just nail metallic paints. It's so nice. They did a great job there. Biceps could be a little bit better, but it's still a really good paint job. Like that. Can't tell if the face is painted or not. It is a separate piece, but I can't tell if it's painted. It looks like it's just gold plastic, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually painted. And either way, that's fine if it is gold plastic, because it blends in nicely, but it looks painted to me, and it's very, very nice. I love the way they paint metallics. The paint job on the rest of the figure is also pretty good. The blue spots on the hands and chest are very well done. Forehead's a little off center, but it's okay. The eyes have a black ring around them. That's nice. Would have preferred like a little bit of a glow effect, a little bit of white on there for the glowing parts, but it's okay. We do get this brownish color in here. That's very nicely done, except for where it's not. And that's to say it's good everywhere except the neck. The neck is really rough in the paint department. I'm not sure how accurate it is because the package art has more red on there, and I just don't remember if it's supposed to look like that or not. But they do have a fair amount of brown. It's just very sloppily done. It's very, very sloppy around the neck. So that looks bad. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. The only other downside to this figure, other than the fact that it's almost all molded red plastic, which is semi-marbly, but mostly just slightly metallic and glossy, which is fine. I love the sculpt work. I love the proportioning. The thighs are bigger this way and this way than the calves. That's good. It just looks good all the way around. They've done a good job getting the overall likeness of the character, I think, and it's good. So I like it. All right, aesthetically speaking, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's really clean. I wish the neck was better and the knees matched more, but I think most of you are going to like it. Maybe an 8 would be more appropriate, but you can pick. It's fine. For accessories, we have the helmeted head, and then we have the unhelmeted head. It's very nicely detailed. The hair is well done. The face is well done. It's a good likeness. The paint job's clean. I think there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. We have alternate hands. We have the 2 fist hands, and then we have the 2 repulsor blast hands. They do not have hinges, and we do not have a painted set. We only have a set with the hole in them for the blast effects, which is nice that we get those, but I would definitely prefer a painted set as well. Then we get these smoke effects, which is a cool idea, but I don't like the fact that they have to wrap around the hand or the feet where the blast would be coming from. I don't care for that, but if you don't mind it, then that's cool for you. So I'll give it an overall 8 out of 10 for accessories. Pretty good batch. Okay, let's talk about the articulation. The head, unfortunately, is on a very poorly made double ball peg. You can see that the opening for the peg to move around in is very, very tiny. There's almost no range for the peg. So what that gives you is a slightly adjustable ball peg rather than a full-on double ball socketed joint. So it does lean side to side, and that's nice, but it's way less than it should be. Same thing with going back. Way more limited than it should be. It does look down okay. You get your rotation, of course, but it's so much more limited than it needs to be. So it's nice to have a double ball peg in there, but the way it's done is just wrong. Shoulders, we get up to horizontal, so that is fine. You get your full rotation. You do get a bicep swivel and double jointed elbows. That's very nice. The elbows are a little clunky looking, but it still works very well, so that's good. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. Diaphragm joint on this figure goes very far back, so that's nice. Doesn't go very far forward at all. That sucks. Side to side is good, and you get your rotation, so that's pretty good. And it's close enough to where the rib cage is that it looks natural in poses. For the hips, we do get a little bit of range going back. We get plenty of range going forward, just about horizontal. Going out to the side, that's pretty far. It's not as far as it could be, but it's better than 45, so I think that'll be fine. You get your thigh swivel in there. Double jointed knee works no problem, a little bit nicer than the elbows. Ankle goes all the way back and all the way forward, and you get enough of a good ankle rocker. So articulation on this figure, other than the head being really limited and not being able to lean forward, it's pretty darn good. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. This could definitely have a little bit better range going forward, and the head sucks, but still, I think you're gonna be able to pose it pretty darn well, and it looks good doing it. When they get the anatomy right, it makes everything else better. I wish they would do that more often, but having the right proportions for the arms and legs and torso and everything, it makes the figure so much more effective. So yeah, it's a very, very strong release. One of the better ones they've done lately. A few tiny things that they could fix, of course. That's normal. This is a review after all, but it's a very strong one. So I'm going to give it an overall rating of 9 out of 10. As far as Marvel Legends go, this is what they should be, especially if they're going to be $25. This amount of accessories, this amount of paint, this amount of new sculpt work, not every time, but you get the idea. This is what we should be getting for the $25 price point. If they're going to stick at that price point, they cannot keep releasing these basic figures like the AOA Cyclops or whatever, where it's a turd that's just repainted with a couple of new, like a new head and a couple of new bits. That's not enough. This is, so I recommend it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you may want to consider it. I do have new videos almost every single day, and I have over 4,000 already on the channel, so you can check out all of that good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.